Good morning. Alright, so the AC series has seen its fair share of backstabbing. It seems to happen just about every 5 minutes. Go for a coffee break, get stabbed in the face by your best friend. Happens all the time. But, yeah, there are several that seemed like they never really got a chance to even defend themselves, so, gonna be doing a couple of fights just based off that. So the first one's here, Jacko and Sorceror, the Banshee versus the Foxeye. So basically he decides that Sorcerer isn't good enough to keep around. It's kind of weird because it's one of those story bits that kind of makes more sense after you've played the game like 50 times. Like, okay, every time somebody gets killed off, they end up, coming back with another pulverizer thing, which, okay, sure, fair enough. Doesn't seem worthwhile to go around, killing off all your own guys. Maybe just explain the situation to them. But either way. So instead of keeping him home, he basically has the player go off and blow him up. Because that's what friends do. So let's see what would have happened if he actually had a chance to defend himself. As per usual, this is going to be the best 3 out of 5 rounds with random maps, just because, well, any map might favor any AI type or build, so just doing them at random. Alright, looks like we're fighting on the river for the first one. Between the two of them, I think it's basically going to come down to whether or not the Banshee has enough heat output to overheat Foxeye. Because between the two of them, I would say, as far as raw firepower, the Foxeye definitely has it. Pretty much you can tell that right here. As far as weapon variety and hitting from a lot of ranges, though, and well, especially at close range, the Banshee's got it for sure. It's basically got inside rockets, middle rockets, small missiles, machine guns, and an EO port. So it can output a lot of stuff. It can still use rockets at long range, but I don't know if this is actually going to be enough in this case. Just depends on how well he dodges. Personally, I'm rooting for Sorcerer. Seems like he never really got a shot. Kinda got dicked over, if you ask me. Alright, so Jacko's out of his grenade launcher. Probably out of his missiles, although he hasn't purged them yet, so maybe not. It all just depends on if Sorcerer can dodge the Sawa. If he does, that'd be something. Well, alright, never mind. Jacko's getting screwed over by this pillar here. That's not working out so hot for him. Hey guys, you considered walking around this pillar maybe? There we go. So, you know what? Alright. Sorcerer's got a shot. Pretty decent one right now. Also, love this 3 rocket bursts that he ends up doing. If it ends up getting the inside rocket too, he can get a lot of good stun lock going. Alright, so Foxeye's out of missiles. Although that Sawa just never seems to end. There we go. So that's one to the Foxeye so far. Load these up again. Yeah, there's a few new teams actually in the roster. We got a Ramil from AC2, got the Dual Face from Nexus, the Scrap Pile from Sideline, the Queen of Hearts from AC2, and well, the Banshee from Last Raven. And a little busy with these. Actually ended up putting together one of my scrapped PSPs. Basically, I just have a pile of like broken PSPs I put back together, and wanted to make more AIs while traveling around. Didn't want to just do it between work breaks. Wanted to do it in the car and whatever else. So ended up putting in one of those together. Got to building some more. Oh, dope. This does not seem to have randomized, actually. That's fine, we'll just reload that. Yeah, it's a little fiddly sometimes. That's the unfortunate part. I wish they would, you know, if they end up making a remake, I really wish that, that they would just make something like this. Except that works a lot better. Ooh, got the trippy bass this time. So this factory, for whatever reason, the visual effects go nuts on the emulator. It doesn't affect the fight too much, it's a little laggy. But it's kind of trippy to watch. Especially when you got weapons like these guys do. Dude, the mushroom factory. What the hell's going on in here? Nobody knows. Yeah, they experimented with a lot of weird visual effects in this one. Kind of feels like this sort of haze effect mostly just came into play when they remade Last Raven. Not a fan of it. Actually, the other day I saw Zora was posting a thing for removing said haze. And I wonder if that code will work in this too. Also, yeah, Sorcerer's boned. Well, so far, that is definitely looking like Jacko would have just won that fight himself. He just didn't want to do it, the lazy bastard. Alright. Load this up again, see if it properly randomizes. It might not. The world may never know. Well, I mean, they will. I certainly don't right now, but they might. Alright, come on, Banshee. Pull out that amazing competence. Yeah, funny part is, in testing, the Banshee is pretty fantastic against any lighter midweights. Just because of the extreme, you know, consistency of the damage you can put out. And it's just constantly firing stuff and still pretty fast. Sucks against midweights. Go figure. Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy. Your friend is icing you pretty well here. Ugh. Well, this is just sad. Guess Jacko really doesn't like his friends that much. Probably put in that clip of him saying sorry or something. Or at least I would if I wasn't lazy with editing. Come on, you can do it. Just dodge everything suddenly. Sort of like that. Got the long-range camera here. Yeah, he doesn't have a shot. And Jacko's pretty much a counter to him, unfortunately. So there you have it. Sorcerer never had a chance.